The first time Liam saw Whisker, the sky was a bruised shade of purple, and rain fell like tears from a grieving sky. The boy's small frame trembled as he hurried home from school, his threadbare coat doing little to keep the cold at bay. That's when he heard it. A feeble mewling that seemed to echo the ache in his own chest. Behind a dumpster in the alley, tangled in a discarded plastic bag, lay Whisker, a tiny, tabby kitten, soaked through, his left hind leg bent at an unnatural angle. Liam's heart clenched. He knelt in the muddy puddle, his fingers shaking as he disentangled the trembling creature. The world around them fell away, leaving only two souls clinging to each other in a moment of desperate need. He carried Whisker home with trembling arms, each step a silent promise. I won't let you go. His apartment was small, a single room shared with his mother, whose fatigue was etched in every line of her face. There was no room for another mouth to feed, no money for vet bills. But Liam's determination blazed like a beacon. For days, Liam cleaned Whisker's wounds with water warmed over a stove, fashioning a splint from popsicle sticks and tape. Whisker hissed at first, but the boy's gentle voice soothed him. He named the kitten Whisker for the long white hairs that sprouted from his muzzle like fragile threads of hope. Night after night, Liam lay awake, Whisker curled against his chest, both seeking warmth in a cold world. The kitten's purring became a lullaby that whispered promises of belonging. Weeks passed, and Whisker's leg healed. He blossomed under Liam's care, chasing sunbeams across the floor, batting at yarn, and nuzzling against Liam's cheek with trust that felt sacred. Liam's loneliness melted in the warmth of Whisker's affection. In the small rituals, feeding him breakfast, brushing his soft fur, reading aloud stories as Whisker listened with golden eyes, Liam discovered the power of love. But life has a cruel way of balancing joy with sorrow. One morning, Liam found Whisker lethargic, his bright eyes dull, and his appetite vanished. Panic knotted Liam's stomach as he cradled Whisker, feeling the rapid thrum of a tiny heart beneath his palm. He called every veterinary clinic he could afford, but the answers were the same. Too expensive, too much. Days stretched into the blur of whispered pleas and desperate research. Liam coaxed Whisker to eat scraps of tuna, warmed milk, and soft chicken. He wrapped him in blankets and sang lullabies until his voice cracked. Still, Whisker weakened. On a cold Thursday evening, Whisker's breathing grew shallow, each inhale a laborious struggle. Liam sat cross-legged on the floor, tears streaming down his cheeks as he held Whisker in his lap, stroking the matted fur. The kitten's golden eyes fixed on Liam's face, filled with the unwavering love that had defined their bond. It's okay, Whisker, Liam whispered, his voice breaking. I'm right here. I love you. Whisker's purr faltered, then ceased, his tiny body going still. In that moment, time shattered around Liam, leaving only the hollow echo of a world that had lost its light. He buried Whisker in a small wooden box lined with soft fabric, placing it beneath the oak tree in the courtyard where they had first played. Liam knelt in the damp grass, pressing his forehead against the cool earth, mourning the absence of a heartbeat that had become the rhythm of his days. Weeks later, the apartment felt empty, the silence deafening. Liam's mother watched him with sorrowful eyes, offering comfort he scarcely noticed. He kept Whisker's collar on his nightstand, running his fingers over the engraved nameplate as if trying to hold onto a ghost. Yet grief, though consuming, also carved space for memory. On quiet mornings, Liam would step outside to the courtyard, where sunlight filtered through oak leaves, casting dappled shadows over the spot where Whisker lay. He spoke to the breeze, recounting stories of small triumphs and simple joys. And in those moments, he felt Whisker's presence, a gentle warmth that lingered like the afterglow of a dying ember. Liam learned that love's legacy endures beyond loss. Though Whisker's time had been brief, his impact was eternal, a reminder that even in a world of sorrow, kindness and connection can light the darkest corners of the heart.